Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name's StepsBasic and welcome back to my community show. I don't know how to play the guitar, but hey. Anyway, that's not what's important. What's important is today's show. So, for those of you who don't know, we don't do that here. This is not, for those of you who don't know, shut up. Anyway, so, today's topic is going to need a little bit of a premise, a little bit of an introduction. See, for those of you who don't know, I do live in Virginia, and one of our local radio stations is based out of Chesapeake, which is close by, called FM 99, and it's literally the best radio I have ever heard because, good music, and the morning show is Rumble in the Morning. You look it up, FM 99 is a spectacular. Rumble in the Morning is just great. But anyway, so as a premise for this, yesterday, they did a segment on the show, which admittedly they probably got from somewhere else, where they took normal phrases and showed just how creepy they sound when you whisper them. And I like that idea. It was funny because they did great. And they had it as a bit of a call-in. You can call in and recommend things. But of course, at the time I was driving, so I couldn't call in and recommend anything. Because you shouldn't do that when you're driving because it's dangerous. You could crash and die. And you don't want to crash and die. Crashing and dying is bad. Yes? Anyway, so I figured instead of calling into my radio show and giving them my ideas, I would do them for you. That's right, I'm torturing you with my bad ideas. Because that's what I got a channel for, is for torturing people. But anyway, so that's the premise of it. I.e., a normal phrase becomes creepy when it's whispered. Now, of course, I'm probably going to put inflections on it that make them even creepier. But that's me. And I wrote down a list of them here. But, of course, if you all want to see me do any of these, like, in a whispered way, I will. If you want to see a regular standard phrase, make sure to comment that down in the comment section, and I'll make a follow-up video, maybe. If it gets a lot of likes. If not, whatever. Anyway, so, first of all, we have the phrase, hey, I'm coming over. Which was actually the one I wanted to call in and tell them, because that's the one that immediately occurred to me. Because, it's a normal thing. You're talking to your friend, hey, I'm coming over today. Hey, I'll be over there. I'll be right over, And when you whisper it, it just sounds so wrong. Hey, I'm coming over. Of course, if you just do a standard whisper instead of adding the inflections, it's like, hey, I'm coming over. In some ways, that actually seemed a little creepier. So, say you're going to the store, right? And you see this cool little display thing, but it doesn't have a price tag on it. You're like, hey, how much is that? Hey, how much is that? Or you could do it in the creepy way. Hey, how much is that? You gotta do the iBob thing, too. Now, you're hanging out with your friends and you see somebody playing basketball or something. They're like, hey, you want to play? Now, of course, this one goes back to Saw as well. The would you like to play a game thing? But, that adds another layer of creepy to it because, we associate that idea with Saw. Want to play a game? And so it's like, hey, want to play? Imagine hearing that in the dark in a house with a little kid's voice. Hey. Wanna play? No, I don't. I want you to die. So say after you've played that game, the basketball that you're playing, with some stranger at a basketball field, you turn around, a basketball field. Yay, sports ball. I know sports. At a basketball court. You just finished that game. Maybe you won, maybe you lost. Doesn't matter. You want to be a good sport about it. You're like, hey, good game, buddy. Hey, good game, buddy. Hey, good game. No good game. I don't want the good game. All right, so now this one is funny. I got a couple of these, but then afterwards I'm like, what? Just any of these really work? And basically, it's compliments. Any compliment whispered in somebody's ear is just, creepy. Hey, your hair smells nice. No. Hey, I like the way that shirt fits you. So it's like basically any compliment, just creepy when it's whispered. Of course, like, hey, nice hair. Hey, I like the way your hair looks. Hey, your hair smells good today. Hey, I like the way that shirt fits you. Perfectly normal conversational compliments, just chuck them out there, make people feel good about themselves. But then you're like, hey, I like those pants. But of course, take it even further. You can make it even creepier by adding it as a compliment to the person's children. Like, hey, that's a beautiful baby. Of course, I guess my Grizzly Adams here look doesn't help add to it at all, does it? It's like, hey. That just adding in the kids to it just makes it even creepier. It's no, thank you. And maybe this is just me, but like whispering it just makes me feel scummy. I can only imagine what it feels like to have it, hearing it and whatnot. But those are the ones that I came up with. Let me know if you have any more. If you want me to see me make a sequel to this, because that could be fun. And I do kind of want to rip off my radio station a bit more because they have a lot of good segments. Admittedly, like I said, they probably got them from somewhere else, and they usually do that sort of thing. But anyway, that's all I've got for you for today. If you got any more creepy comments or normal comments that you want me whispered in a creepy way, let me know. But apart from all that, we got announcements coming up. Sorry I missed last week with the community show. I didn't even notify Twitter I was going to be skipping it, even though that's where I usually make my announcements. But last weekend that my daughter had off before school started, I was like, what, screw it, I'm just not going to do anything today. We're just going to hang out and have fun. And we did. We ended up going to a park and enjoying ourselves, and it was just great. It was a lot of fun. So that's why I took the day off. Admittedly, I probably could have still gotten something out, but apart from that, we have finished up Borderlands 2, the main game. We still got the DLC and a few odd quests we have to wrap up. Thing about Borderlands 2 is it's got a number of other things to it, not just the standard DLCs. It also has additional smaller ones that are less story heavy, but they still have a bit of a story, and they're fun, and I like them. So there's that, and we'll get to that starting next week. I already finished one of the arenas, but that won't go up until Monday, and then I'll do the second arena and the third arena, and then we'll start into the smaller DLCs, which then we will shift into the big DLC. But yeah, apart from that, that's all the announcements. Got Spooktober coming up apart from that too. And that's going to be it for me for today. Thank you all so much for joining me for this episode of The Community Show. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you did, please go and poke that like button for me if you'd like to see more from me. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And of course, as always, you're more than welcome to leave a comment down in the comment section down below. And I'll get back to you as soon as I can. When I can, if I can. All that jazz, and tune in next time for another topic, another time. And until then, good night.